Hey, everybody, this is Uche Maple, your leadership and business strategist. I'm excited to be here today. Listen, today is part 3 of the 7-part series, why I am talking about the importance of you having a side business while working your 9 to 5. Here's one thing we do know for sure. I know you have heard the saying, one paycheck away from being in poverty. The reality is that statistically speaking, most Americans are in that state. And if nothing else, the last 2 years has proven that a lot of us are in financial distress. We are in financial distress and we need to figure out a way on how to get there. Luckily for you, these are some of the things that we're going to be talking about on how to get out of there, on how to get out of that financial situation. One of the biggest reasons why I believe a lot of us are hesitant to commit and to implement and to take action and starting a side business is because you've been in the workplace for a long period of time and you have gotten conditioned to ask for permission. Because the reality is that when you were working and sometimes when you were doing things that were not tasked to you or you were taking the initiative in something, you probably got reprimanded for it. And now we are in a permission-based society. You no longer have to ask for permission to do anything. A lot of us hide. How many of you are still hiding the fact if you have started your business because you don't want your boss to know? You're afraid to go online. You're afraid to showcase what you're doing outside of work because they're going to be paying attention to what you're doing. Who gives a fluke? The reality is this. It is your life. And if you can't have ownership of what you do out of your 9 to 5, then this is a bigger problem than anything else. You don't need permission to create other streams of income. I know you hear people at work talking about their investment property. I know you hear people at work talking about stocks. I bet you even hear people at work talking about how they are teaching people to be healthy. And you're telling me that you're afraid to be able to do more because of what someone else is saying? Don't ask for permission. We are not in a permission-based society. You don't have to ask for permission to do nothing. Okay? So the first thing is don't seek permission. Act and create another stream of income. Get that business up and running. Okay? Seriously. The second thing that I realized is that we are risk adverse. If you have been, because you're in the workplace, you get reprimanded for taking risk. So if you've been, think about this. Now we're talking about a way on how to reprogram behaviors that have been institutionalized inside of you. When you are starting your business, that's a risk. When you are marketing your products, that's a risk. When people and clients are giving you feedback, that's a risk. But guess what? You're betting on you. And that's a risk to take. When you're working in other people's companies, yeah, they're going to be risk averse. And here's something else too, is that as a result, if you did try to take initiatives or to do things that you thought were in the best interest of the company and it didn't go favorably, they'll dock you at your performance reviews, will impact how much money you got as a raise. You have been conditioned to not take risks because when you take risks, you have been punished for it. And what I am telling you is that you be a risk taker. That's the only way you're going to move. It's the reprogramming of the mind. It's the reprogramming of the mind. There's a book that I love. It's by Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. It changed and shifted everything in every way on how I approach adversities, on how I approach challenges and how I even just approach doing anything different. Because the reality is that once someone has instilled something in you, I don't care if it's fear, distraction, or whatever it is difficult to break that hypnotic rhythm. It is a rhythm that hypnotizes you into chaos unnecessarily. If I do this and this is going to happen. If I do this, stop it. It doesn't even have, it's not that serious. Listen, I am talking so matter of fact right now because I believe in this. I believe that you need to have another stream of income. And I say this every time, if back then, listen, if I knew what I knew now back then, when I first graduated from college, I would have bought investment property in my hometown in East Texas. Real talk, I would have did it. Had no idea. None. Me and my husband have bought so many houses because we have relocated with our business. If I had listened to my husband, he probably would be like, yeah, I'm glad she's saying this. One property that I wish we had kept was the first property we purchased. That property is now worth 2 times what we paid for it. If we had kept it, he wanted to keep it. But I had no knowledge. I didn't understand. He wanted to keep it and rent it. We should have did that. That's the one property. Now we bought other properties since then. I've listened to him since then, right? Because I learned my lesson. But again, what you don't know, you don't know. And here's the reality. If you don't find out, you'll never know. And the way to find out is to take that risk, is to take that step to understanding the things you don't know. Quit being risk adverse. And stop taking the mentality that you have been positioned at work into your own business, right? Because right now, creating money is probably one of the easiest things to do today. Because there are just so many tools around us. Technology is changing every day. Every day. We have access now to more information, to more people, to more opportunities than ever before. Unfortunately, because a lot of us are on our phone trying to figure out what Jane Doe, John Doe, whoever's doing, it becomes a distraction instead of a way on how we can leverage and create streams of income. One of the things that I teach in the Business Accelerator course that I have is I teach how you identify what your strengths are and then how you can leverage it. Listen, I was talking to someone today, and listen, I'm going to have her on the podcast. It's going to be a surprise, but she blessed me today. I had asked her, how did this particular assessment that we did in order to find out what her strongest talents were, how did that help her? And she said something that was ever changing to me. She said, Uche, I just looked at it yesterday and I'm trying to I'm now trying to figure out, now I'm going to leverage those strengths in how I show up in my social media. Ooh. Ooh. That was awesome. And when she said that, I was like, I'm now going to incorporate that into the accelerator to teach you how you can apply it in your life and in your business. We've heard the saying, right, when they say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Why are y'all putting all your eggs in one job? Putting all your eggs in one basket is being dependent on one stream of income, and that's risky. It is so crucial to have a continuation of cash flow, that you have another stream of income you can rely on if one fails. I didn't know that. I got to be honest. I had no idea back then in the past, but now, oh, now that I'm a full-time entrepreneur, retired at the age of 44, thank you very much. Yeah, that's my claim to fame. Thank you very much. It is evident. It is crucial that you learn how to create multiple streams of income. And I'm not saying that you become like a hairdresser, a tax accountant. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, whatever that lane is that you want to do, right? If you're building websites for people, yes, so now maybe you can teach other people how to build websites. Just food of thought, just in case. And that's something I gave you guys for free. There are everyday people who understand that you need more than one stream of income. There are people that you don't even know. I don't know if you ever read the book, The Millionaire Next Door. Such a great book. But you don't know if you're next door to a millionaire. Because they understand to bring multiple streams of income. You just got to be willing to get it. You have to be willing to get it and fight for it. And I'm going to ask you this. Are you one check away from being homeless? Are you one check away from poverty? Use your talents. And again, if you don't know how to use it, and if you don't know what they are, click the link in the About Me section. It says, contact me for an assessment. Set up a time, and we'll talk about what we need to do next. But everyone needs to know what their talents are so that you can no longer still be in chaos or confusion. And now you can run. You can run in what you're gifted at so that you can bring financial stability to you and your family, financial independence to you and your family, financial freedom to you and your family. Okay, that's the goal here. And it's not that I want that for you, you want that for you. You know, some of the people ask questions all the time is like, well, how do I even know how to leverage? Listen, using your gifts and talents and special abilities to help other people solve problems can be a great way of earning extra income. Here's the thing, because we have people that are, and I'm doing all this, we have people who you in your 9 to 5 that you are exceptional at. Just as easily as what you're doing with your 9 to 5, what you're providing the company is something that you can go provide someone else. Become a consultant. You can do that very easily. But you're going to have to work to find the clients and not be afraid to put yourself out there. You have something that people need. And when I tell you this, the world has a way of putting you in a position in alignment so that you're attracting the people you need to attract. The only thing you need to do is put yourself out there. Yep. We understand that wealth does not come from your job. Whoever told you that working a 9 to 5, you was going to be wealthy, they lied. That's a lie. It's a lie all day. It comes from your personal gifting. Real wealth is discovering your gifts and talents and impacting the world through that. You have a tendency to attract what you put out. And the second thing is, if anyone has a hobby and you love your hobby, man, turn that into a business. Get paid to do what you love to do. Get paid to do what you love to do. Making money from your hobby is not just sustainable, it brings you a deep satisfaction and excitement because you love doing it. You're like, shoot, I do this for free. I was in a coaching program last week, and I was in a program where I was getting certified, and one of the speakers said, I love this job. She said, I cannot believe I get to do this for free. And you can tell she loved it because of how she was communicating and her passion for the information that she was providing. Here is the biggest things that I want you to be able to take away today. First and foremost, you don't have to ask for permission to start your business. Second thing, leap and go start your business. Go build it. And if you're having difficulties and you're like, hey, I don't understand how to grow it, set up a meeting with me. That's easy. We can figure that out real simple. Okay. The third thing is I love when you're positioning yourself to start your business. You don't have an income limit. You get to set how much you're going to make. How many of us right now are frustrated because we're like, I'm not making enough money? Listen, I'm gonna tell you, that was me. So in my former days, when I used to help people with their careers, like this is a true story. I used to help people with their careers, and listen, I'm the number one. I'm just gonna let you know. I feel I'm the number one career expert back then. Yes, but now has since transitioned to help people in terms of leadership in their business, leadership in their organization, and business development. How can you develop and increase your business? That's what I do. I'm a strategist. Anything you need to do in terms of strategy, that's what I do. I got sick and tired and frustrated of teaching people of teaching them how to prove to their higher ups why they deserve more money. I got tired of trying to teach other people. I got tired of trying to teach other people to prove to their bosses that they deserve more money. And I got tired of teaching them to show that on how they can show that they add value. And I just shifted and said, why don't I help teach people how to leverage their amazing talents, their amazing gifts, how to leverage the value they bring to the company and reinvest that into themselves so that now they can create other streams of income with what they already have. And I love it. Because when you win, we all win. Yes, that makes sense? Okay, I get in deep. I love it. And then you get a chance to market the product you believe in. You know how amazing it is? It is so amazing that when we're trying to prove to people that, oh my gosh, what I'm telling you you need to do is awesome. But now you get to market that product yourself and find people who believe in it, who are willing to invest in it, who are willing to do partnerships with you. You get to own something and you get to leverage it. And it came from you. Yes? All right, so this is good. This is juicy. Make sure, again, you like, share, and subscribe. You like this video, share it, and make sure you write down notes and nuggets. You are no longer in a permission-based society. Go forth and conquer and take your God-given gifts and ability and impact and change the world. I'm Uchenna Maple, and I'll see you tomorrow for part 4.